I'm Felicia,
And I'm Ian.
and we are the Paranormal Lovers.
Hello, paranormal dudes, dudettes, and dudays. Welcome back to another episode of The Paranormal Lovers.
And a little rethinking our history.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Yeah. It's, hi guys.
Hey.
Hi. It's been a minute. can, can you see it's been a lot?
Yeah. My beard's like way different.
And my hair. Mama is a hot mess. All right, guys, welcome back. Ka-thunk, 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 ka-thunk.
Hey,
Here
Chew.
comes the dog with the bad legs.
That's Chewbacca. Hey, Chewy.
Welcome back. This is a little different episode. We're not really covering anything today.
Yeah.
As most of you guys know, we were in the direct path of Hurricane Helene.
Yep.
We got so lucky. The ancestors were like, nah, y'all are good. It's fine. We did lose power for 9 days, but that was it.
All that happened to us.
That's all that happened to us.
Our internet was really, really slow.
Everybody's service was slow because, so like I said, you guys know Hurricane Helene came through. There were floods, obviously, from, I think it was 20 to 30 feet.
Yeah.
Flood.
Yeah.
Out of the rivers.
Most of them were 30 feet above normal flowing river.
Yeah.
Stuff.
That's a lot in the mountains.
So if you had a little creek, then you had, a big river.
Yeah. And what a lot of people don't seem to understand online, they're all like, why didn't they evacuate? Didn't they know this was happening? And it's like, well, yeah, but you have to understand, this is our third quote unquote historic flood.
Yeah.
In my lifetime, in the last 20 years.
Normally
2004, 2021, 2024. Yeah. When they say it's a historic flood, we're like, oh shit, here we go again. This storm moved from Florida to Western North Carolina in 12 hours. It's a 16-hour drive, folks.
When I went to bed that night, it was in Florida, making landfall.
Yeah.
When I woke up in the morning,
the eye was getting ready to pass over.
The hurricane eye was right over top of us.
And in 6 hours, it dumped over 30 inches of rain.
Yeah.
Like, we don't get rainfall like that. Like, yes, we are technically a rainforest, but that's because we get a little rain here, we get a little rain here, we might get a rainstorm that lasts for a couple of days. We don't get 36 inches of rain.
Yeah.
In any, like, that's what we get in a year.
I seen somebody like that was measuring it because they were like, taking they have like a rainfall measuring thing, the little cups, and they fill up and you can see how many inches.
My mom had one, yeah.
Somebody was, filling it up, emptying it, filling it up, emptying it, filling it up, emptying it, and they recorded, I think, 35 inches of rain in 24 hours.
Yeah. And then add that on top of it rained like 2 or 3 days before Helene showed up.
Yeah.
It's been a lot. I'm very frustrated by all the lies, the conspiracy theories, everybody's bullshit.
Yeah, it's been online. Hard here in Western North Carolina.
People are hurting.
And some parts of Tennessee and South Carolina.
Yeah, and Virginia, believe it or not. Like, the Appalachian region got hit hard.
Yeah.
East of us got hit worse. Like Asheville and east of Asheville got hit really, really hard. Cause like I remember looking online and I was like, oh God, I bet Nantahala got washed out. Like I bet Cherokee got washed out, and all these places that you expect to flood because it typically floods. They're like, oh, we got some rain.
Yeah.
It's fine. But then these places that you don't expect this from, just gone.
Yeah.
Like Chimney Rock, just gone.
Yeah, there were several small towns that just basically got washed away.
Literally washed away. Like houses and vehicles and people. Like I'm not
Yeah.
out there doing any work. I'm staying out the way. I know with my mental health, I I would probably hold it together while I was out there, but once I got home, it would affect me in the long run, kind of like doing the true crime podcast did.
Mhm.
It's the same thing. I can't do it. I can't see the bodies. I can't see the toys strewn all over the place. Like I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it. But like I don't know. I forgot where I was going with that. I lost my train of thought. Neurodivergence. Do do do.
Yeah, it was crazy. Uh, I woke up that morning and we the hurricane was going on all around us, and we were watching the trees bend over and stuff. There's tons of trees down
I hate
here,
pine
just
trees.
crazy amounts of trees. I need to get a chainsaw so I can help cut some of them. But so I woke up and we were all sitting here and we still had power at this point, and we are like, okay, well, maybe it's not that bad. It'll be fine.
Mhm.
And then the eye came over us, and the backside hit us, and a tree fell in my parents' yard. It didn't fall on their house, luckily, but it did bounce off the power lines, and it was just enough to knock out the power. We were like, crap, you know.
Yeah.
Our internet went down, and then so then we tried to start getting on our phones because our phones are separate from our
Our
Wi-Fi
internet
signal.
service, yeah.
They rely on our phone internet service, and so we started noticing that they were really slow,
So slow.
and we were like, well, what's going on with that? And we are like, maybe it's just the storm. So we let the storm pass over. I forgot what we did that day. I think we just played board games.
Yeah.
I think we played Supernatural, Monopoly.
We played so much Supernatural Monopoly. Hi guys.
um, so then the next day, we noticed that it was still like that, and we are like, "What is going on? Like, why is our phones being all slow?"
Mhm.
And so we were very patient on Facebook just to kind of let it load because we still had service, but it was just really, really slow.
So slow.
And
And we were lucky. We were real lucky in that regard because
yeah,
quite a few people, when that power went out,
so then we started noticing that um you know pictures started flooding in on Facebook of close to where we live, and the rivers and the like anywhere near a big river was just like flooded, like massive flood. And so then we started worrying, cuz we know people that live by the river. And so then you know we were patient and let posts load, and found out that the cell phone towers around here had went down. I guess the lines got severed, and so then everything was operating off of like one cell phone tower, and you had to be near it to get any service.
mhm,
So the whole area of Western North Carolina had very little spots of internet.
it
So
was really, really bad.
like if you didn't have service, then you had to drive somewhere to get service so that you could even communicate with anybody.
And let me try and set this picture for you guys. Like when you're driving down the road, we live beside a 4-lane interstate that goes into Georgia, and you have to drive eastbound to go towards Asheville. We haven't been at Asheville. We haven't been to Asheville since the storm hit.
No, we haven't tried to go over there yet.
We're not like we've had our kid with us and stuff, and like it's really bad. I actually have a friend that's been doing research work. She's found 2 bodies, so we haven't went there. But you would get on the interstate and drive, and there would just be cars lined up, both sides of the interstate, both sides of the interstate, just lined up down the road because if you got a signal on your phone, you stopped.
Yeah.
You just stopped and
S-
you
So
tried to contact people.
so people were driving to these, spotty places to get service, and then they would just park on the side of the road. They would line up at we live by a Lowe's,
Hmm.
and they would, all pile into the Lowe's parking lot because that they had service there.
Yeah.
But that amount of traffic on one cell phone tower made it super slow.
So slow.
It just bogged it down. And so I don't know, it was just really frustrating.
It
And
was. I mean, it took at least a week before just for the signal to get back up to like decent operating speed. It still wasn't fast.
yeah,
It was just decent operating speed to where you could actually make phone calls, you could send and receive text messages.
yeah,
Like, because that was the main thing. Even text messages weren't going through. There was one day that we were supposed to meet with somebody at the playground and I forgot about it. And we ended up helping out a friend getting their parents out of the house for a little while.
yeah. So
And
so then that second day,
can I finish?
sorry, go ahead.
Thank you. So it was, they had messaged me at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I
Hmm.
didn't get that shit till 8 p.m.
Yeah,
Like we were getting ready to go to bed and their messages came through. And I'm like, damn it.
yeah.
So the next day,
So the second day, one of her best friends showed up at our house, and we were like, "What the hell?"
yeah,
Because like at this point, we didn't really know what was going on, and so she started telling us all the stories from Asheville,
yeah,
and they over there got it like 10 times worse than Haywood County got it. Um, you know, rivers were flooded. They didn't have water. Um,
many places in Asheville
water,
still don't have water. Canton still doesn't have water
yeah, power,
because we put our water treatment facilities beside the rivers.
yeah.
I'm not sure why we do that, but we do.
Well, I think
So,
pipes got severed over there too, like big supply pipes.
oh yeah, definitely. And like one thing I've seen, I don't remember which station it was in Asheville, but like the supply line that ran from the water treatment center to the city, the earth was just washed away out from under it, and the pipe was just washed away,
Yeah,
just gone, just
gone.
gone, y'all.
Yeah,
The shit that's just gone,
yeah,
fucking mind boggling.
yeah. It's real wild. The
Used to be,
creeks made different paths.
oh my god.
Like the paths of all the rivers and creeks have changed like so much.
Yeah, I don't think people can't, you really can't describe it. You really have to see
Mm-mm.
it to believe it. But like, take a river that's, I don't know, how wide would you say Richland Creek is? I say creek. It's not a creek. It's a river.
Uh,
Um,
maybe 15 foot wide.
15 feet wide. I mean, it's a decently wide creek, but so when you see it in spots, there's spots on the side where the grass is gone for at least 15
Feet beside it, yeah,
feet beside the bank
at least.
on both sides of the bank.
And that's not even how far it got up. It got
Yeah.
up probably like I don't. I mean, rivers like that turned into, you know, huge areas
Yeah. It was insane. It was like white water.
that swallowed
It
up
was
houses like it
literally
was
white
nothing.
water. Um, and yeah, and now I remember it tripped me out for at least the first week. Honestly, it's tripped me out for the whole 2 weeks. Our rivers are wider,
Yeah,
noticeably wider.
yeah.
Like not ridiculous, like it didn't go from being like the Pigeon to like the Mississippi River.
Not like Chimney Rock where it made the whole valley into the creek.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's bad, y'all.
Yeah.
That one's real bad. If you haven't seen pictures of Chimney Rock, you can look them up online. You can look on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. There's pictures everywhere, and it doesn't do it justice.
If you go watch a guy named On3 on YouTube, he's got some good videos about he's been in Chimney Rock helping them, and he's got a drive through of the whole area.
Hmm. Yeah, and it's interesting. I saw a thing yesterday on Instagram, the Appalachian Sun. If you guys don't follow him, what are you doing with your life? He's great. Um, but he he was talking about how he was talking to this lady, and she said, you know, we've gotten so much love and just this outpouring of support, right, in the community. But then you have people just driving by, taking pictures
Yeah.
while they're like over here trying to pick through what was their life.
Yeah.
You know, pick any little piece that they can get out of the rubble that was their home to salvage. And people are snapping pictures and taking videos for TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
If you're going to come here to help.
Yeah.
Otherwise, stay the fuck away. Leaf season is canceled. Sorry, not sorry. Absolutely not sorry. You can't even go up on the parkway right now because the parkway is closed indefinitely,
Yeah.
which breaks my heart because I love hiking up on the parkway.
There's some parts of Virginia where you can still go leaf looking, but
Yeah, but the parkway
yeah.
is closed
Yeah.
indefinitely. There's multiple parts of the parkway that were just
Yeah.
demolished, ripped off. They're gone. They're
Yeah.
gone, y'all.
Definitely don't try to travel them here.
No. And that's the main reason why they're saying that. It's not like it's because, oh, there's like some trees in the road. No. The parkway, parts of the parkway are gone.
Yeah.
Literally slid off the side of the mountain.
Yeah, there were a lot of mudslides.
The mudslides is probably what caused the most death, I feel like,
Yeah,
in
for sure.
some
Because
places.
they come out of nowhere.
Yeah. Because, like, in Asheville and stuff, there was a lot of flooding, but in these smaller communities that nobody really knows the names of, like Bakersville and what did I see? Avery County yesterday. Marshall isn't really small, but even it's not getting the talk that it needs about, or the talk that it needs to be getting about it
Yeah, a lot of the smaller towns aren't being covered at all.
at all.
They're still trying to get to them. I was
Yeah.
like, so whenever her friend came over, she told us about all the roads, and so I-40 east and west of us was blocked. I-26 north and south of us was blocked. And
Yeah.
so people were trapped here for the first couple of days. And then so like nobody could get in, nobody could get out. It was just real wild. Like
Yeah.
we live in the mountains. We're not used to being landlocked.
Yeah. And we say that you're like, well, you live in the mountains. It's like, yeah, but we live in a state where the coast is 5 hours away.
Yeah.
Like, I will not live in a state that is surrounded by other states. I have to live in a state with a coastline on it. And my mom lived in Wilmington, North Carolina. If you guys listen to Rethinking Our History, our first one, great place. Um, you know, my brother still lives down in that area. I have a little cousin that lives up on the northern side of the coast. They're used to this shit. They're
Yeah.
used to this shit. My brother said, "What the fuck is going on? Y'all ain't supposed to get this. This is like a us thing. What are y'all doing? You floating away? I see people's houses floating away on TV.
Yeah.
I've never felt so much love from my siblings. Is our little sister okay? Yeah, I'm good. It's just, I don't know. You can look online if you want to see the devastation. It's there. Don't come up here and
Yeah,
get in the way.
please don't try to come up here right now.
If you're bringing supplies, if you're going to come up and help find people, do that. If you have some horses, some pack mules, have you seen the pack mules, folks? The pack mules are fucking fantastic. It makes me so happy. What are you looking up over there?
Chimney Rock.
Okay. I can see you're like distracted.
Yeah. But yeah, so trying to think about what all happened to us.
I don't know. For us, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't.
Like,
It
we didn't
wasn't
have
bad.
power for 9 days, which is really rough for me because I
We
have
were
a CPAP.
very lucky.
So I wasn't able to use my CPAP for 8 nights in a row.
Our next door neighbor actually had power that we figured out because
Yeah.
their lights were on the first couple of nights, and we were like, "Huh, wonder if they got power."
I thought they had solar lights.
Yeah, we thought they were solar, but we wound up calling them and talking to them, and they were like, "Yeah, if they're on, then we have power, so go over there and like do what you need to do."
Yeah.
and so we were very thankful for them, because we'd take a kettle over there and boil water because we didn't
Hmm.
know how safe our drinking water was, even though we still had water.
Yeah, we had a
A lot of
boil advisory because like the reservoir that our water comes from, the it had stirred up the turbidity levels,
yeah,
which just means that the muck on the bottom, the sediment on the bottom of the reservoir was stirred up. So,
yeah,
but they're really cool people. And then lo and behold, 2 days ago, the wonderful man, he had like come up to check on his family and his property and stuff up here. And he was the first one that saw me when I hit the curb and blew my tire.
yeah,
In my defense, 95% sure I hit the edge of a sewer grate.
yeah.
So,
Which are disturbed right now.
yeah, I don't like those things anyways. I don't walk over them. You know why?
Why?
Guess.
Uh,
Why I would avoid a sewer drain.
afraid to fall down in them.
No, it's a movie.
Oh, okay. It.
Yep. Can't do it.
They
Mm-mm.
all float down here.
Can't do it. I can't do it. I'm like, something's down there. Something's down there. There's also like the legend of like the gators that live in the sewers. I'm good. I don't do sewers. Um, yeah, so those guys have been helpful. And that is one thing that I've really noticed is we almost have too much help in some aspects. Like everybody's been donating supplies and all this stuff, which is great. It's wonderful. Don't stop doing it. What we need more of is people that can hike out or transport supplies via horseback
Yeah, the labor part of it's
or
really what we need.
helicopter. Because the main problem now, if there's a town or whatever that wasn't hit that hard, businesses are back open. Things are running smoothly for the most part in a lot of places around us, but there's other places that still haven't been gotten to.
Yeah.
Like
So a lot of
the
these
roads are washed away
back
and
backwoods roads that
they're
people live
gone,
on,
y'all.
and they're gone.
They're gone.
Yeah.
So there's literally people who, this is what, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, when this comes out, there's still going to be people who haven't seen anybody because they live so far out in such a remote area. Their roads washed away. They can't get out and nobody can get in.
Yeah.
And that's what the Cajun Navy's up here doing.
Yeah.
Bless the motherfucking Cajun Navy 2016, okay?
Thank you guys.
Y'all are like, when I saw that trailer come rolling through, I said, "Holy shit, the Cajun Navy's here!" Like they're coming in by helicopter. They've got the what is it, Mule Packer Ranch,
Yep.
Pack Mule Ranch, or something like that. They've donated all their pack mules.
It's how people used to travel around here.
Yeah, so they're like pack muling in supplies because like you can't get there.
Nope.
You can't. Um,
When whenever her friend came over that first or second day, it was the second day, wasn't it? Pretty sure.
yeah,
Whenever her friend came over the second day, she had come over to check on her parents, and she could not get there. So she came over to grab Felicia to try and hike in and get them. Uh, and so they went up there and checked and seeing that their road was pretty much gone. There was like
yeah.
a 4 foot like a 4 foot ditch running all the way through the middle of it, and it had like went through their driveway and cut off
Their culvert was falling out the side of their driveway.
their car.
Yeah, they couldn't get out.
So yeah, we checked on them from time to time throughout the week, just to make sure they were okay. And but it's just a classic example of how all of these back roads are. They had little culverts beside them, and all of them got washed out.
Yeah, the culverts weren't big enough to handle the flow of water.
Nope.
And then if you have a situation with like at Mike and Deb's where your culvert gets clogged, it's going to run out in the road.
Yep.
And
It
if
just
you don't,
diverts.
yeah, and if you have a gravel road, which 45% of this county is gravel roads,
Mm-hmm.
it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. Like that one was interesting. We actually went up there one day us as a family without my friend and just grabbed her parents and brought them back to town for a little while because
Yeah.
they were one of the people that the only thing you could do on your phone was call 911.
Yeah.
Like they had
No
no
service, no
service,
signal.
no signal. They didn't have water because they have a well. Um,
Couldn't even call people.
they couldn't call people. They had to like charge up. Her mom has a insulin pump. They had to charge her insulin pump in the car to make sure that thing was kept charged.
Yeah.
And this is what folks are dealing with still 2 weeks out in places that haven't been reached yet because they just simply cannot get to them.
Yeah.
And there's people that's like, oh, there's just like piles of bodies everywhere. And it's like, maybe, yeah. And it's really sad that they're still there, but there are still people who are alive
Yeah.
who still need to be rescued. And there are people out there who are slowly but surely going through and finding the bodies and marking them so that they can be found and recovered.
Yeah.
And like I said, that same friend whose parents that we checked on, she's been out working in Asheville in the River Arts District, which is one of the hardest hit areas in Asheville.
Yeah.
She's already found 2 bodies.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be a long, hard road to recovery. I'm really glad BetterHelp has free therapy for 3 months for people who have been affected by this hurricane. I believe the code is Hurricane Helene support, like Hurricane Helene support.
Yeah.
I get you 3 free months of therapy. I'd advise anybody who, honestly, even if you don't live here, if you've just been affected by the imagery of the devastation coming out of this area, look into it.
For sure.
Because, like, I might have to get back in therapy because trying to navigate the shit while also having a very enthusiastic 6, almost 7-year-old, y'all.
Yeah.
She'll be 7 when this shit comes out on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Y'all wish her a happy birthday.
She's going crazy without electronics.
She did really good. She
did do good.
She did. She was fine up until Friday.
Yeah.
Because we were all notified that Friday at 11 p.m. So it was actually Saturday, but we all got the same notice that Friday at 11:45 we would have our power back on.
Yeah.
And when we woke up Saturday morning and the power wasn't back on, she sobbed. And I just had to let her.
Yeah.
Because it had been 9 days at that point. Mm-hmm. She had held it together so well until that point. And then she just said, I just want to play Minecraft on survival.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm sorry, Pumpkin. She said, I want to play VR. I can't do Beat Saber. Like, oh, Jesus. God, this poor girl's heart is broken.
Yep.
Like, I definitely, if you have kids, like, talk to them, be with them, like, let them get their emotions out during this, because they might not completely understand what's going on, but they can tell that there's been a shift.
Yeah.
They feed off that energy. They can feel that energy. So
they sure do.
But yeah, I didn't type up anything. We're just kind of winging it today.
Yeah, we're
guys.
just kind of winging it.
We're tired.
I'm just kind of going through our story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even
the animals, man.
I think the second day after a friend came by, I tried to text or call one of my friends, and there was like no answer. So I got real worried about him. And so then the next day when I didn't hear nothing back from him, I just went to go find him.
Yeah, we're like, all right, we're coming.
Yeah. And also like a big part of all of this is finding gas. Everybody was running around so much trying to communicate and find people and get stuff, and that the gas stations were just overrun. Nobody had gas.
Yeah, it was really, really bad. Like, to the point that the next town over, Canton, literally had police officers positioned at all the gas stations in town.
Yeah.
Because people were fighting.
Yeah, they were fighting over the gas.
Fucking fighting. Like,
Asheville was the same way.
It is bananas out there, y'all. Thankfully, it's gotten better.
It has.
It's slowing down. We're getting gas, we're getting supplies in.
Yeah.
So
Once the interstates opened up, it kind of helped cure some of that, where we could get stuff in here.
yeah, because I-40 eastbound's open and 26 south is open. Um, I-26 north and I-40 west are hopefully scheduled to be open sometime after the summer of 2025.
Yeah, it's gonna take a long time for them to.
Because
Shoo.
like I-40 east had a mudslide, so they were able to clean that off.
Yeah.
26 going into South Carolina, it was flooded, that drained off. People are able to go that way.
Yeah.
26 north, part of the bridge going into Irwin, Tennessee is just fucking gone, y'all.
Gone.
It's
the
gone.
Bridge was gone.
Interstate bridge just
yeah.
Gone.
4 lanes just
yeah.
Gone.
And then over here on I-40 westbound, it's another one of those things where they said, hey, you know what is a really good idea? Let's put the interstate beside a river.
Yeah.
That is connected to a dam.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong? Oh, I don't know. You get 36 inches of water and then it literally eats away half of I-40.
Yeah. So half of the road is just gone.
Just gone.
For like miles.
Oh, and we're supposed to go to Six Flags tomorrow.
Yeah.
Even though I know that's to Georgia, but like it's still like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's gonna be strange.
Interesting. It's gonna be really interesting. We're just gonna be like rolling through like I'm so sorry.
So also another thing, like people that say that the government didn't do anything.
Bullshit.
Man, they were landing Chinooks like literally. How far do you think that is? Maybe a mile? It's less than a mile.
Maybe a mile.
It's like half a mile from my house. There's an ag center, and they were landing Chinooks right there in the middle of it. Like the first day,
I'd say Saturday.
probably.
Like Helen moved out. Helen, I want to call her Helen.
Right.
Helene moved out on Friday. Friday afternoon, we started hearing choppers come in, and we noticed there were these like big black choppers with big red X's on the side. So Friday, they were already sending in evacuation choppers to heli-evac people out.
Yeah.
Of places that they couldn't get out from. Saturday, the Chinooks started coming in.
Yeah, and they didn't stop for probably a week bringing supplies.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're still flying. They're just like moving around to different locations.
And that was National Guard. The National Guard got called in.
Yesterday on the way home, there were 2, I don't know what they are. They were like the open trucks that troops ride in. Mm-hmm. They've kind of got like bars on them, but it's like so you can put a canvas over top of it.
Yeah, the big doilies.
Like, there's no like doors or anything, and you can fit like 12 people in one of them.
I just call them army trucks.
2 of them were sitting down there at the red light.
Yeah.
Coming off the interstate. And I honked and waved at them like, thank you so much.
Yeah, so we live by an interstate.
We also live beside a legitimate armory for the military.
Yep.
Which has been
National
real
Guard
busy.
Armory. Yep.
Real busy.
And so, we would sit outside because we didn't have anything to do.
We live beside an interstate.
We're trying to just stay put and ride it out. And so we would see all the traffic of everything coming and going. There was lots of dump trucks to try to clear dirt, lots of excavators. People came through and, they're helping.
Yeah, it started with like dump trucks.
Pretty quick too,
and
power
then you
trucks.
Started seeing these big rigs hauling like big ass excavators. And then you started seeing the linemen show up. And this is just on the interstate, just like what we were seeing from where we're at. And the one thing I noticed a lot of was just people from here in their trucks constantly going back and forth. You'd see one go this way, and then an hour you see it come back and it'd be caked in mud.
Yeah.
Absolutely caked in mud because they had to go find somebody to make sure they were okay.
A lot of people here in these mountains are very prideful and very strong people. We have a hard time taking help, which is another thing.
We do.
That's
It's a trauma response, y'all. Everybody's like, this is just mountain hospitality. I'm like, no, we're all fucking traumatized.
Haywood County is notoriously a poor county,
Yeah.
or at least we used to be. And I remember when Haywood County, their main road,
Was it
uh,
2 lane?
Russ Avenue was, yeah, it was a 2 lane road, and all the other roads were dirt roads.
Yeah.
Um, and so we're used to hard times, like, and we know how to make that jar of mayonnaise go.
Sure do.
And make some mater sandwiches and stuff
Hmm.
like that. And
For sure. I'm all about them noodle cups, y'all.
one of those days we just we built a fire in our fire pit outside and just sat around it all day long, cooking food. I cooked like a dozen eggs on it and made deviled eggs.
It was good. It was good. We managed.
But
But
it's
what was really cool was for me was seeing the traffic kind of change within a couple of days. We're seeing trailers, trucks hauling trailers just stacked and loaded. And still today, we'll go out somewhere and there will still be people just hauling supplies everywhere,
yeah,
which is great. It's fantastic. But it's still one of those things where the people that need it most can't get to it. So
yeah,
it is kind of frustrating. And then to turn around, and I completely understand why people from Florida evacuated. Like if you have property or family up here, I get it. I understand, but it's still hard when you're still struggling from a hurricane that just hit you 2 weeks ago, and now you're also boosting evacuees running from another hurricane. But like he said, we're Appalachian, and so of course we're just going to be like, yeah, get the hell on up here. Get on up here. We got you.
yeah,
And I got in a lot of arguments online with some black folks, which I understand. I get it. I understand. I get it. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But I can say, this is a hella racist place. It's a hard place to live in as a black person. But in the last 2 weeks, nobody has noticed my fucking race. And that is one of the things that I do love about this area. We will kill each other over our own political views. But when a natural disaster hits, your neighbor is just your neighbor.
yeah.
And what does your neighbor need?
I mean, it's all of us were like, hey, do y'all need anything? Like, are you okay?
Like
Like,
anytime you go to a store or you just stop somewhere, like we went to the park, still going to the playground, people are like, y'all good? You got power? You need any food?
right,
You can go over here and they've got some stuff. I have people still telling me, you need to go get supplies. They're begging people to come get them. And I'm like, y'all, I don't need them.
yeah,
Like, I'm not being, I promise you, I'm not being prideful. We legitimately do not need them.
no,
Like, we're good. And
yeah,
so it makes me feel really bad because I do know that there are people out there that are like, I'll take them.
yeah,
Somebody can get them to me,
yeah,
please. I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking about maybe trying to find an organization that I can get up with when Patty's back in school
right.
to maybe hike out some supplies to people.
Run some supplies.
I just can't do it with her because I know that there's a very real possibility that I could find a dead body, and that's not something a 7-year-old needs to witness.
No.
Even though our kid, she's fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
She's fucking weird. If it wasn't another kid, she might be like, poke it with a stick.
I uh I walked around the lake with Patty. That we live beside a lake too, and I walked around the lake with her one day, about 4 days after the hurricane,
Yeah, something like that.
and there was a big there's a walking bridge that goes across the middle of the lake, and there was all this debris piled up on it, and just like tires and sticks, and like there was somebody's like back porch like stuck on it, and I uh I was just like, nope, nope, come on, let's keep going, just keep going, because I was so scared that we were gonna find a dead body in there.
And that's the kind of shit that like people are dealing with right now, folks. Not necessarily us on a regular basis, because like I said, our area is good, but Asheville and east of us, you're going out to try and clean up and you're finding an old man you're finding a kid, you're finding somebody's horse.
Yeah,
Like, so many people got killed, and I don't think people are going to be prepared for the death toll when it's all said and done, which is honestly probably going to take at least 6 months, if not longer, to find
probably.
all the dead bodies from the storm.
Yeah,
And that is a real fucked up fact. And
yeah.
I'm sure some people are going to hear this and be like, oh, you're exaggerating so much.
No.
No, no, I'm not. And people, I've also on the other side of it seen people that are like, why aren't they talking about the hundreds of dead bodies they're finding in trees? Why aren't we seeing it? Do you really? Do
Yeah, I want to
you
see that.
really want to see a body that was stuck in a tree in raging waters for 4 days and then it levels dropped? And I want to tell y'all that when the rivers went down, it was in the fucking 80s for
Yeah,
like a week.
yeah.
And so you're talking about 9, 10 days of these bodies being stuck in a tree. You really want to see that shit?
Shoot, no.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
I don't know. I've also um to go back to like the people not wanting help thing, and kind of the racist thing. Uh there's a lot of Trump supporters here.
Oh my god.
And so like they follow Trump, and as soon as they got media back, they heard, you know, the lies that he was telling about Hurricane Helene. And they immediately were like, even if these people lost their homes, they were like, "Well, I'm not calling FEMA because they're going to take my land." What little land they had left, because the river already took most of it.
And this isn't just like, oh, well, did you see that? No, this was, would you say it was somebody like called in somewhere and were begging people to get his dad
Yeah.
because his dad was so fucking brainwashed into believing that FEMA would steal his land.
Yep.
He would not allow anybody to help him.
No.
Like, this is when I call it cult Trump. This is what I'm talking about. This is no longer a political party.
And I've heard so much of that, at the place that I work and stuff like that, that I'm like, you guys are idiots. Like, you don't even know. Like, you haven't called FEMA yourself. So how do you even know?
Right.
Like, and so then I had to tell a lot of them, like, look, I know this guy. He did call FEMA and they gave him $700 for the food that he lost in his fridge. Like, it, they're trying to help. Like, if you want it and need it, go get the help. Like, don't listen to politics on that kind of bullshit. Like,
Don't,
find
because
out yourself.
this isn't a fucking political issue,
No.
people. This is a human crisis at the moment. Like, this is literally a
If you've lost your house, please call FEMA. Like, they will.
get on it with them. $750 isn't for if you lost your house. That is the base minimum
Yep.
you get if you lost food.
Yep.
If you
And that
lost
was
food.
it.
And that's it. If you get on there and you say you have minimal damage, I'm gonna give you a little tip. Do not say I do not know or I am unsure if my house has damage, because your home is not damaged.
Right.
Put minimal. You have to
Minimal.
put minimal damage on there, and
Yep.
you will get $750
For losing your food.
for simply losing your food.
If
Now,
you
if you lost your house, they're going to give you a
a
lot
lot
more
more.
money.
A lot more.
This is the kind of shit that's been pissing me off.
If
It's
you
like,
had to get a generator because you lost power, they'll give you money for that. If you had to get a chainsaw to cut your way out down the road, they'll give you money for that.
if you
Like,
need to go to a hotel, they will
yep.
pay for you to stay in a hotel. Like, this is the thing that's pissing me off about the lies that's being spewed right now, is that they'll take one little snippet of what somebody says and then they twist it so fucking much
Yeah.
to where it's absolute utter bullshit. Absolute utter bullshit. They're either outright lying, like Trump saying that FEMA did not show up And the fucking Republican governor of Georgia being like, I talked to Joe Biden yesterday.
Yep.
Or them saying, oh, Kamala's saying that you're only going to get $750, when in reality, she said you will at minimum get $750.
Mm-hmm.
And so people are like hearing this bullshit and they're not wanting to trust the government. Oh, FEMA's going to come in and take your land from you.
And so they're
The
just
federal government just wants your land because there's a lithium mine in the foothills of Western North Carolina,
yeah.
as if they hadn't been fucking mining for lithium in Charlotte for years.
Yeah.
Don't believe the lies, y'all.
So then they just suffer instead of like getting the help that they need. Like, it's crazy. It bothers me.
It bothers me a lot. It really it I need to breathe, y'all. Cheer wine, made in the Carolinas. This is not an ad.
Could be.
Could be. Cheer wine, y'all want to sponsor us? I fucking love some cheer wine. Damn.
We are the paranormal lovers. Look at that merch.
Merch, theparanormallovers.threadless.com if you would like to get some merch. I have no idea what the fuck sales is going on. I haven't looked recently. Sorry about that.
And so also we want to thank you guys.
Yeah.
Especially Chrissy for calling and checking on us.
Yeah.
We
Chrissy
hope,
was like, hello. Our little friend Natarade was like, hello.
we hope you're okay in Florida. Like,
yeah.
Florida also,
Milton.
the devastation down there. Jesus,
They got
man.
hit by Helene first.
Twice.
2 weeks ago, which was a category 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then Milton hit them like 2 days ago,
yeah,
which is a category 5.
We hope all of you guys in Florida are okay.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry, I'm a little out of it today, guys. I haven't been okay.
I'm sure they're used to like having FEMA dealing with them.
Right.
They're like, yep, we got them on speed dial.
Right. We know it's gonna happen. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, sorry, I got to burp again. Oh, excuse me.
So yeah, we were fine though. Like, we were very blessed to, you know, we had water the whole time.
Yeah, physically we've been blessed. We've been really good.
Yeah.
It's strange that like a lot didn't happen to us, but this has really still been hard for both of us mentally.
All of our close friends and family, you know, we got up with them within like a day or two, and they're all fine.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I just found out yesterday that all the children and students at my kids' school were accounted for.
Yeah.
Fortunately, not all of them came out of the storm unscathed. Some lost everything.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the story for the next few months. It's like, well, I know somebody that's alive, but they lost their house.
The place that I work is doing a tremendous job at providing for these people that have lost their houses.
I'm actually really impressed with how well his job stepped up to take care of people in this time.
Yeah. They're providing them with like food, water, clothes, a lot of stuff.
And if anybody out there's like, I don't know, I kind of wish they would give out to the community like my dear husband over here. Just remember that the president and owner of Porsche told his employees that they had to work during Hurricane Helene or else they'd get fired, and 6 of them died.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy. That's the same thing happened to the Ingalls distribution that was in what, Swannanoa?
I don't know how many people died, but yeah, it got flooded while people were working.
Yep. They were all working and their whole plant, distribution plant, the whole plant was flooded.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a lot. There's a lot bouncing around in our brains. Survivor's guilt is real. Never thought I'd have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Ever. Like, I don't know. It's very strange because it goes beyond survivor's guilt. Like, some people are like, well, at least I'm alive. At least I still have my house, even if it's damaged. Like, we have our home. We didn't lose water. We have our power back. Internet's back. Like, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. And there's people out there that have nothing.
That aren't. Yeah.
That aren't. There's people out there that have nothing. So even the survivor's guilt for the people that who are still alive but have lost everything, and
Yeah.
coming from somebody who lost their home when they were 4 to a fire, I know that feeling of losing everything, and it's a very heavy feeling.
Well, that's just where we try to figure out ways to help and do what we can. Uh, I think I think Felicia's going to design some new merch to
Yeah.
we're going to release it, and then all the proceeds will go to a organization that is doing, I don't want to say doing God's work,
Doing the Lord's work.
but they are, those people are saints.
They really are.
The Beloved organization in Asheville are feeding so many people right now.
Hmm.
It is
They're feeding people.
crazy.
They're bringing people generators. They just got a donation of Starlinks. Thanks, Musk, I guess.
Yeah,
Honestly, I hate him. I hate him so much, but like, thank you, Elon Musk, for
yeah,
the fucking Starlink, because damn, did that thing come in clutch.
yeah,
Like, is that what the kids are saying nowadays? Come clutch,
yeah.
right?
Because
God, I sound like an old person.
like Starlink doesn't go off any cell phone towers. It goes off the satellites that he put up, around the Earth.
So like 10,000 satellites that are floating around up there.
And so when all of our cell phone towers went down in this whole area, everybody went and bought Starlinks and was like, "Hey, internet."
Yeah. They're like, hey, we got Starlink over here. Hey, we got Starlink over here. Hey, you need to talk to somebody. We got Starlink over here. Like,
Yeah. So that came in pretty crucial
yeah, as
to
much as I'm
getting,
like,
credit card machines back, because nobody could use their credit cards either.
y'all, cash is king.
Yep.
Keep a large stash of cash. I won't say on your person, but in your home in a safe location at all times. Because when the power goes out, credit cards don't work, folks.
Yep.
That plastic is shit. And you can't imagine they would fill up the ATMs at 8 o'clock in the morning, and by 1 o'clock they were empty.
Yep.
So if you don't have cash on you when something like that happens, good luck getting cash.
Yep.
Like, we were stuck because our bank wasn't even open.
For the first like 3 or 4 days, nobody had any kind of way of getting any money.
Yeah, it was very, very. It was stressful. That was real stressful.
Yeah.
Having to have cash in places.
Yeah.
It was like a week of, is your credit card working? Your credit card machine working? Is your credit card machine working? Is your credit card machine working?
So yeah, Starlink actually made that possible for a lot of these small towns, because
Yeah.
they would bring in a Starlink and hook it up to all their credit card machines, and then people had a way to get gas and groceries and supplies and generators and chainsaws.
Yeah. So
Like,
as much as we can, on one hand, say fuck Elon Musk, on the other hand, we can also say
thank
we
you.
are grateful
Ugh.
for your technology, Sir Musk. Two
Yeah.
things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
So fuck you and thank you. Thank you and fuck you.
Thank you. Fuck you.
Fuck you, thank you.
Are we gonna get flagged because of how many times we repeated that?
YouTube daddy, you're gonna get mad because we said fuck you, thank you, fuck you. I don't know, probably. We ain't
Maybe
monetized, so fuck it.
maybe the AI doesn't catch it because it thinks it's one word.
They ain't gonna do
Thank you,
shit
fucker.
to us because we ain't making no money, so they can't.
This is true.
Oh no, what are you gonna do? Kick me off of YouTube? I guess I'll have to go spend my time on TikTok, where we have
But
500 followers. Hey guys. Wow.
so yeah, she's gonna design some merch, and all the proceeds are gonna go to the Beloved Foundation in Asheville.
Yeah, and I might
Um,
keep those up there a while.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna do that, and I may find one in Haywood County. If you
as
guys know of any organizations in the area or in Florida,
Grim Green would say, it's not a lot, but
but
it's
it's something.
something. So
Yeah. And honestly, I'm kind of doing something to stay the fuck out the way.
yeah, I feel the same way. A lot of people, will I don't know.
Like, I want to
Go
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 out
out
and
and
do
try to
something.
go out and try to help, and then
Just get out of the way.
just be turned away because that people don't need you there.
And I think that's what a lot of people are getting. And I was angry at first when I heard that FEMA was like sending volunteers home. But the problem is like they have the army.
Yeah,
And while they appreciate you being there, they want you to be able to go out and take care of yourself and your family and stuff.
it's hard to organize 1,000 people instead of a couple hundred.
Yeah. And I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. It
Yeah,
is what it is. They're doing their jobs, so
yeah,
can't be too mad about that.
yeah.
But yeah, so you have anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, thank you guys for voting for me on the Face of Horror.
Mm-hmm.
I got 8th, so
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. I never thought I would get that far.
that was pretty cool.
Maybe I'll try it next year again.
Yeah,
Uh,
probably would have kept going, but you can't do that when you ain't got no service.
yeah, the last week was during this whole hurricane debacle, so I didn't have a chance to get out on the internet and get some more votes. So
Yeah,
I tried, but thank you guys. I think if I'd have got to 5th, I would have we earned my name
would have been in a
would have
magazine.
been in a magazine.
Yeah,
So that's kind of cool.
yeah.
Like,
I appreciate all the birthday wishes too. It was I got to spend my actual birthday watching the Lyle and Eric Menendez stories, so that was fun. And then Helene showed up. Well, she started to rain, anyways.
yeah,
People don't realize that either. It rained from Wednesday to Friday.
yeah,
That hurricane was 822 miles at its widest point.
that's crazy.
My brain hurts trying to think about that. North Carolina's not even 500 miles wide.
Yeah.
Oh, insane.
Yeah, the damage from it was just insane. Is hard. It's I can't even think of that much water. Like
It's a lot. It's mind boggling. Like it's
all those creeks,
insane.
all those creeks feed into Lake Douglas, and
Or the what'd your dad say? The Nola Chucky?
yeah, the Nolichucky, the French Broad, and the Pigeon all feed into one lake. It's Lake Douglas in Tennessee, and which it's a big lake. It's that lake's so big that if you go from one end to the other lengthwise, it'll take you all day to go across it on a boat. Um, and you know their dam is like super big. The dam is tremendous. Oh, I just sounded like Trump. That's not good. Their dam is huge,
That's not any better.
and so it held, you know,
Yeah.
with no damage to it. But they were cycling through how many millions per second? It was like millions of gallons of water per
I
second.
don't know that one video that I seen of the dam on Facebook. I didn't actually see which dam it was, where it was at, but it said that they were letting through 1.2 million gallons of water per second,
Yeah,
which is more than what falls off of Niagara Falls.
yeah,
So, if you've ever been to Niagara Falls, try and put that into perspective.
yeah.
More water going through an itty bitty, and this was not a large dam, so I don't think it was Douglas. This was a
Probably wasn't.
small
Then
dam, like the size of our dam
might have been Lake Lure.
down here. No, Lake Lure's dam broke. No, Lake Lure's dam didn't break. It
They
almost
thought it
broke.
was going to.
Yeah, they thought Lake Lure's dam was going to break, which
A
we were
lot of
all
the
like,
a lot of the dams
"Oh
they thought they were going to
shit!"
break.
I want to say only two to four broke. I don't remember, but I think two of them were in Tennessee. So I'll never get that one picture of Oconee County Hospital surrounded by floodwater out of my brain.
I know Lake Logan's dam has a huge crack in it.
Yeah, they gotta fix that dam because it did. They had an immediate evacuation due to imminent dam failure.
Yep.
Which, when you see that notification pop up on your phone, you go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, because all of the towns in Western North Carolina are in valleys. All of them, every single one of them, and each one of them has a dam at the top of it to keep water for said town. Uh, so when you see that, yeah, you definitely need to get out.
You gotta run for your fucking life because holy shit.
Yeah, it would have been real, real bad if a lot of those broke.
And it was already bad enough.
Hmm.
Like, it was already bad enough because it was like full of chimney rock. Like, everything
Yeah,
from chimney rock got washed into Lake Lure, and
yeah,
it's going to take a long time to clean up, folks. It's going to take a long time for people to get back to a semblance of normal. If you want to donate and you don't have the funds, if you want to help out and you just can't right now, 3 months, 6 months, a year down the road,
we'll still need it.
Appalachia's still going to need help. We're still going to need help to rebuild because this was devastating. This was our 1,000-year flood.
Yeah,
We've lived through 200-year floods in the last 20 years, and this is a 1,000-year flood. So
yeah,
I think they need to change the names. We're just going to call them floods from now on because they're happening a lot faster than they say they should.
yeah.
Shit's ridiculous. I'm still.
Climate change isn't real.
No, it's fine. We haven't. The number of times I have said Al Gore was right this week.
In the 90s.
In the night, I feel like it was 1994. That's when Clinton got
Yeah,
elected, wasn't?
yeah.
Or did he go up against
I think.
Bush?
I think it was 94.
Yeah, 1994. I'm like, he fucking told us
He did.
30
He
years ago.
made a whole damn movie about it.
He made a whole movie about it. That was his platform when he ran for president. The world's going to either burn, B, flood, or all of the above. And then, if you don't know, Wyoming's on fire.
Yeah.
Over 100,000 acres that's been burned over there. They've been burning for like 5 or 6 days now.
Yep.
It's Jesus. Jesus is coming to save us. You better get on your knees before the Lord. I need to stop. I have an appointment in a couple of weeks with my medicine person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some medicine change, y'all, because I'm feeling so scattered the last couple of weeks. My anxiety has been through the roof. My brain's going a million miles a minute. Like,
She's been unmasked
I have
for
been unmasked
a
and
while now.
I'm like, I'm not okay. Why does that teeth weird me out, man? Is that tooth
I
is
like
a
your
little
little
bit
chip tooth.
longer. My little chip tooth. I chipped it when I was 7, and I've had it filled twice, and I don't really feel like getting a Novocaine needle shoved up under my nose again. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna live with the chip in my tooth and my snaggle tooth.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we've been on it for a while.
Yeah.
Feels good to be doing this. I feel like I can
So
kind of.
that's where we've been.
That's where we've been. That's what we've been doing. Patty's going to be back in school this week, so hopefully I can get my brain back into research mode.
Yeah, we'll get back on it.
Yeah.
Back to the paranormal stuff.
And the history stuff.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the history stuff. I have an event for you guys coming up next week that is one of the only times that the government has said, yeah, that was a little much.
Yeah.
That was a little much. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's bad. So y'all get ready for that. This will come out. I don't know. We'll probably drop it Monday and Wednesday. Maybe just drop them both today. Who knows? Drop it on both today. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us today. And we will see you guys in a week or so.
We love all you guys.
We do. We love you guys too. And we hope that anybody who's been through Helene or Milton is okay and safe. If you need anything, you can find us on Instagram and Facebook. Search for The Paranormal Lovers. You can send us an email at theparanormallovers@yahoo.com. If you need any help finding resources, getting supplies, anything like that, please, please, please reach out for help. And we will do our best to connect you with people that can help you get what you need.
Yeah, if you're local in Western North Carolina, just get on my Facebook. I've got posts for like just about everything from, I don't know, medicine to gas to food to oxygen tanks to like places to stay, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you can find him under Ian Lindsay on Facebook and on Instagram. And for whatever reason you want to look at mine, I have stuff on my Facebook, Felicia Renee Lindsay. And if you want to give me a follow on Instagram, it is Trees Flea. And yes, you have to request it because some people are creeps. And I'm going to make sure you're not. All right, guys. Like we said, we love you guys. We appreciate you being here with us this week. And we will see you guys for some more spook in history next week.
Bye, guys.
Love you. Bye.
Love you guys.